The search continues for 3-year-old Elijah Vue in the Two Rivers area. All hands on deck today with air searches, water searches, and of course ground searches. Our Brittany Schmidt is at the scene of one of those right now. They are looking for 3-year-old Elijah Vue. Here is his picture. He is 45 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. He has a birthmark on his left knee. He was last seen in Two Rivers on Tuesday morning. In the 3900 block of Mishicot Road in the city, there was a large police presence in the woods just behind the St. John's Evangelical Lutheran Church. That's where we find our Brittany Schmidt live right now. Brittany, what can you tell us?
Jason, really within the last 15 minutes, police packed up and they headed back into town toward the neighborhood. But around 4 o'clock, police started showing up here. The presence seems to grow by the minute here. They were really combing the woods area behind here. And it's a large wooded area that's almost directly behind the apartment where Elijah is said to have disappeared. So really close to that apartment. Officials immediately blocked off the entrance to the church. We also saw a drone fly overhead in these search efforts. You can see local, state, federal officials line up along the road here on 45th Street and go almost hand in hand into the ditch area searching for Elijah. Eyes clearly focused on the ground, scanning the area for anything that could help them find the little boy still missing. Several others entered the back half of the woods behind the church to start their search. You can see from the map we just showed you, it's a large wooded area. Earlier today, though, we saw agents going door to door, talking to neighbors in the neighborhood as well. We do know civilian search groups gathered today, searching along the lakeshore. Police did post an update on Facebook this afternoon to address a fake video circulating. Again, that is a fake video. They want to remind people to not spread false information. They are also asking people to be respectful of other people's properties and continue to check their own areas for Elijah. That should include any doorbell cameras and security footage. If you have any information about where Elijah might be, you can contact and call the tip line there that you see on your screen. You can also contact Crime Stoppers. Anyone who has information that leads to the whereabouts of Elijah or a suspect or an arrest in his disappearance, you may be eligible for a cash reward. Live in Two Rivers, Brittany Schmidt, Action 2 News.
Brittany, thanks. Elijah's mom, Katrina Bauer, and a co-defendant both remain in the Manitowoc County Jail facing charges of child neglect. Katrina Bauer's bond was set at $15,000 cash. Jesse Vang received a $20,000 cash bond. The Manitowoc County District Attorney says Bauer sent Elijah to stay with Vang for a week for disciplinary reasons. The victim's family believes Bauer and Vang know what happened. The search continues. Here is his picture. Another time, 3-year-old Elijah Vue, again last seen in Two Rivers on Sunday morning. Call the number on your screen if you do have any information to pass along.